Have you ever wondered why some days seem easier than others? Why on some days you feel slow, almost mentally retarded, whereas on other days you wake up without an alarm to have sex every 5 minutes, race through your working day with insane efficiency, hit the gym, and then go for an after-work drinking session, still feeling like you could do this day all over? Or why on some days you look thin and muscled up, whereas on other days you feel sick, you can't seem to button up your pants because you're so bloated up, and for some reason you keep having acid refluxes and farting your way through the day with the most nastiest smells that even your dog can't tolerate you anymore. But what if you could know the reasons why such days happen? Wouldn't you want to know? Better yet, wouldn't you want to feel this amount of energy every single day? What if I told you that in fact you can actually feel like this almost all the time? What if I told you that feeling 100% physically and mentally is actually possible? As a matter of fact, in the Energy Health Machine, this is exactly what you will learn to do. How to go from having 0% physical energy to achieving 100% physical energy and health every single day. And all of this completely naturally without any medication or pills. It's actually not a matter of if, it's actually a matter of how. And if you stick around for a little bit longer, by the end of this video, I will reveal to you the elements that really matter in order to drive your physical energy and health through the roof. Oh, and who am I, by the way? My name is Victor, and this is how I would feel almost every single day about 8 years ago. That is until I finally learned how to live like a human being. Back then, I was so tired and physically spent that it's almost like I needed to carry a bloody pillow everywhere I went. Back then, 100% physical energy was something that I thought was not made for me. I thought that people are either naturally energetic or they simply aren't. It all depends on their personality and in what environment they were raised in. But I found out the hard way why this was a bunch of horse. You see, 6 to 8 years ago, I was enjoying myself a little bit too much. Finally out of university, I had a job, money, an apartment, security, and partying my ass off way more than I could chew. Drugs, sex, rock and roll, you name it. And most people would say, sounds pretty good to me, right? Life was good. And on top of that, I was exercising on a regular basis and not eating too much junk food. The only thing I was not paying attention to, though, was the way I was living. And slowly but surely, I began to develop severe allergies and skin problems, very bad acid reflux and heartburns, chronic pains in my joints and articulations, constant bloating and unable to keep regular bowel movements, severe back pain and muscle tightness I had absolutely no explanation for. I contracted 2 intestinal infections, and last but not least, I ended up with a stomach ulcer and a colon ulcer simultaneously, which made holes in my organs. And honestly speaking, at the time, I thought I was in perfect health. How was my physical energy back then? Well, as it turns out, to my great surprise, close to 0. Even though, once again, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I was in the best shape of my life. But after reaching an all-time low for me, and after consulting multiple doctors who would only give me more medications without any concrete explanation as to what was happening to me, or they simply told me that they didn't know what was happening, I had no choice but to really research for myself the root cause of my situation. So I started reading books, peer-reviewed journals. I went through all the diets possible in the book. I tried the paleo diet for a few months, a strict gluten-free diet for a while, then the keto diet for 3 months. I then went vegetarian for over a year and even tried extensively all the alternative medicines out there. Acupuncture, chiropractic, aromatherapy, Reiki, osteopathy, you name it. But the more I researched, the more I was brought back to the same ideology. That in order to live a life at 100% physical energy and health and free of any disease and pain, one must first learn to look within and understand himself as a person on a physiological level. And I'm not referring to all the spiritual crap that's out there. I'm referring to what I mentioned earlier, to learn how to actually live as a human being, meaning learning the right way to treat your body from the inside out so that you can thrive and grow correctly. And when I say inside out, I mean your physique as well as your organs and what's happening inside of you. Nothing to do with the way you look or the way you dress up. I'm talking about all the stuff inside you responsible for actually keeping you alive. And through my years of research trying to regain my physical energy and health, I came across the concept of natural hygiene. Now, it's not about how well you clean your butt when you're in the shower or how well you wash your hands to avoid the coronavirus. Natural hygiene, also known as orthopathy, from the Latin orthos meaning right and pathos meaning suffering, is the practice of living naturally, meaning living according to how the Homo sapiens species, that's us, should be living. And as I came to conclude myself, how we are meant to live today in this overall up world of ours, while also ensuring that you have the right system and practice to maintain a certain level of consistency, as well as to take care of your afterwards and the one of your family. You know, your future and their future. Something I thought I had covered, but again, as it turns out, I was far, far, far away from it. Very, very far. Today, however, after all those years of trial and error, I can honestly and proudly say that I have not been sick in over 3 years. I don't know what acid reflux or heartburns feel like anymore. I no longer experience bloating or any kind of digestive pain whatsoever. I lost all my excess weight around my hips, which I had kept for almost 30 years. I gained 10 kilos of lean muscle completely naturally, and I have energy like I have never felt before in my entire life, even more than my 5-year-old self. And all of that just by understanding how to live the right way, understanding my own body physically and how it works, and gradually building what I like to call my energy health machine. So, without even realizing it at the time, I had tapped into a new style of living that only targets the elements which drive your physical energy and your health. The only downside is that I changed because I had no choice anymore. Whether it be medically or physically, it was either I changed or else I would probably have ended up like this. Now, if you feel me right now and you're currently going through the same situation, then you know that always feeling like crap, having chronic digestive issues combined with persistent pains in your body you don't really understand, but which you feel every time you move, every time you eat, every time you walk up the stairs, every time you cough or speak out. It's a horrible and unbearable feeling that makes you sad, demotivated, which robs you of the little vitality you have left, and which also clouds your ability to think and focus 100% of the time. Because in the end, all you can think about is how bad you feel. And the worst of it all, you actually don't really understand why. I mean, come on. How many times have I heard someone telling me, yeah, I have a small pain and aches here and there, back and neck pains at times, tight hips in the morning, but I take medication to deal with all that. I also feel kind of tired every other day, and I usually experience dips in energy throughout the day, but I guess it's normal, right? Everyone is the same. Well, I hate to break it to you, but this is not normal at all. And taking pills and medications to resolve your problems is not going to lead you anywhere. Pills and medications are here to treat a symptom, but they will definitely not cure you. And if your doctor prescribes you medication after medication, then you should stop seeing him right away. Because getting back your 100% physical energy and health and getting your life back on track is not achieved by seeing doctors and taking medications. That stuff comes right out of their comfort zone, and something which they probably did not even study in medical school. The best advice they will probably give you is try to eat well and do some exercise. If not, come back in a month and see how you feel. Thanks, doc, that's great. That's one extra month of suffering you have to go through before coming back to the same thing over and over and over again. In fact, I'm going to share with you something that a neurologist, so a specialist in his field, once told me, and I quote, "The pain will never go away. There's nothing you can do. You're just going to have to get used to it." Again, thanks, doc. But what the fuck, man? That was by far the worst medical advice I had ever received. And at the end of the session, as I was leaving the room, he told me, "Don't worry, just eat well and do some exercise." But, I couldn't accept my fate as it was. I mean, come on, what would you do? Would you simply give up and tell yourself, I guess I'll just have to live with my pain all my life. If the doctor says it, then it must be true, right? Hell no! And if you're currently in this situation right now, feeling helpless, abandoned, and in so much pain, wherever it may be, I'm here to tell you that no matter what anyone says to you, you can get better no matter what. Hell, through my own recovery, I was even able to have a child because the quality of my sperm went through the roof. Whereas before, it seemed to be impossible. And it actually works the same way for women as well. Oh, and by the way, my deemed uncurable back pain, according to all the doctors, now almost completely disappeared. My energy dips are something of the past. I certainly never feel like I'm mentally retarded, and I certainly don't need 3 hours just to start on getting done at work. Honestly, I was so impressed by my own results that for the last 2 to 3 years, I haven't stepped foot at the doctor's, nor taken any kind of medication whatsoever. In fact, falling sick, catching a cold, and having the flu, which seemed completely normal for me back then, is now something completely unheard of. And through all the research and reading I did, I even came across people who successfully cured themselves from diabetes, organ failure, and a bunch of other stuff where you would normally think, man, that guy's But by simply making gradual changes to the way they live, they were able to cure themselves completely, which goes to show you that everything is preventable. It's just a matter of how. So, by gradually paying attention to the people around me who felt the same way, I began to witness that the advice I was giving to them turned out to be really successful. And given all the information that is out there, all designed to push you in the wrong direction, I could not keep this valuable knowledge I had acquired for myself. Once again, all the bullshit information that is out there goes in someone's pockets. So somewhere along the lines, someone is making a lot of money. That is why after working on it for 2 full years, I was finally able to recreate the step-by-step system which helped me and the multiple other people around me to go from where I was, 0% sleeping on the sidewalk, to being at 100% physical energy and health. And it's a system which actually I'm still using to this day to maintain my energy on a daily basis and keep it consistent no matter what. I therefore created what became today the Energy Health Machine, a 12-week video course and program that teaches you how to go from feeling like an absolute at 0% to reaching your 100% physical energy potential and keeping it that way for the foreseeable future and for the future of your loved ones, of course. Because physical energy and health is not something that you have, it's something that you built and that you need to keep on building. Usually, what most online courses out there will do is just cover one specific topic and blurb out a bunch of information that you have to figure out on your own.
It's like all these guys and girls with their fancy diplomas and certificates are simply reading the stuff right out of a dictionary like a robot, using a boring PowerPoint presentation format just to give you the sentences written out.
I know because I myself have purchased a few of these online courses, but in the end, you're rarely able to implement what they teach because again, it's just information. None of these courses actually care about what you do with the information. They don't care if it changes anything for you because again, it's just information. And they certainly don't help you in implementing a system that ensures you never miss a chance to practice what you've learned. Additionally, it's so rare to find a genuine teacher who has gone through all the suffering themselves and understand how you really feel. And I'm not saying that I am perfect, because I'm not. No one is. However, I'm as blunt as it gets. I don't muck around, and my only goal is to help you understand yourself better and target all of the key elements that really matter to drive your physical energy and health, so that one day you can also be at 100%, feel amazing, and not have to waste your time feeling tired and worn out, feeling sick to your stomach, crippled with pain you don't understand, waste your money on useless supplements that do nothing for you, and finally say goodbye to the endless doctor appointments, as well as pills they end up giving you. So, bottom line, if your life and you are certainly not happy with the way you feel right now, if you want to really learn how your body works from the inside out, transform yourself physically and better yourself overall in a more original and fun way, while implementing a system that you can put to good use for the years and even the decades to come, then the Energy Health Machine is for you. Additionally, if you don't want to have your ass handed over to you by your 80-year-old grandma, who, despite her age, is actually feeling better than you right now, then again, this is for you. But, don't get me wrong here. If you're looking for a quick fix recovery or think that just by signing up your job is done, think again, because the Energy Health Machine is not for everyone. Because if you're not willing to change and invest in yourself, if you're not willing to put in the work, and if you are a complainer who would rather be right than feel right, then don't bother. Because those aren't the qualities of someone who cares about himself and who makes the time for himself. Those are the qualities of an average bloke who suddenly wakes up one day thinking, is it too late now? Because he just spent the last 3 hours biting his nails in a hospital room, anxiously waiting for the doctor to tell him how bad it is. But, enough about where you will be if you don't join. Instead, let me tell you about what you will get once you do join. In the course, you will benefit from over 120 in-depth videos featuring over 15 hours of step-by-step content covering every element of what it takes to build your physical energy from scratch, as well as clear explanatory PDFs for almost each video that will help you to further understand the content watched, and give you specific worksheets and assignments that will gradually shape your energy health machine along the way. I've also made the course so easy to follow along that even my 4-year-old nephew could understand it. And just as promised at the beginning of the video, I will reveal now to you the elements that will drive your physical energy and health through the roof. Basically, what I'm about to tell you is exactly what I'm teaching in the course. So, without further ado, here are the elements which will push you to 100% if you apply them in your daily life. Number 1, in order to feel great, you need to see yourself growing. And growth only comes through change. Whether it be change through the way you live, to how your house is arranged, to how you approach work, or changes to the way you view and interpret situations, changing often is the first step towards building your energy health machine. In fact, it is one of the first sections of the course where you will experience change firsthand in every area of your life using the most vital question challenge, as well as changing the way you think using meta attitude. Both of these challenges will teach you how to use change to your advantage and use it in your day-to-day life. Then, once you're done with the first part, you will go through the nervous twitch section, where I will expose the 3 indirect factors that rob you of your energy, that cause you to feel stressed, and how to handle each one individually. These indirect stress factors are your phone, your money, and your time. So, learning to take control of them will have a profound impact on your physical energy by influencing your state of mind. In the third section, in order to drive physical energy and health, a lot of attention needs to be given to body mechanics. Body mechanics basically refers to the way you take care of your body throughout the day consistently. And this includes how you interact with nature and how you use it to boost your metabolism, how well you hydrate yourself and stay hydrated throughout the day, how well you're able to sleep and increase the quality of your deep sleep in every area, how well you're able to adopt the right strategy in the evenings and in the mornings to ensure you feel great every day, and how well you're able to identify the current physical issues and pains and aches you currently have. Whether it is due to your posture, due to a muscle imbalance or muscle weakness, due to the way you move, or due to an abnormal breathing pattern, in order to be at your best and feel the best, you need to have a good proprioception of yourself, meaning a good awareness of your body as a whole. And this can only be achieved by analyzing yourself on a deep level. Because most of the time, the pains and aches we have today are the result of our years of bad habits and poor awareness. And in the body mechanics section, all these elements are addressed one by one in detail to make sure that you cover the basics of what's important in your anatomy, but so that you can also have a blueprint of yourself from top to toes and take action on every little thing that is bothering you right now. Because if you don't do anything, those little things, as little as they may be at the moment, are not about to go away anytime soon. Furthermore, every single part of body mechanics is wrapped up using the autoflow method. A simple yet very clever system that allows you to keep practicing what you learn every single hour. This therefore ensures that you keep maintaining good body mechanics no matter what, and keep yourself in check for the days, weeks, months, and years to come. Something, again, that I have been using for over 3 years now to maintain a good level of consistency with my physical energy and health. Finally, the very last key element that is needed to drive your physical energy and health through the roof is your nutrition, of course. So, in this final important section, you will therefore learn how to eat for energy and what it really comes down to feed yourself. You will understand your specific body type requirements and how to gradually make the right choices to the way you eat. And finally, learn to heal yourself through food and accurately know and recognize when something is wrong by using the various signs and symptoms your body gives you naturally. So, whether you have irritable bowel syndrome, ulcers, chronic gastric pain, bloating, and other intestinal issues, this section will provide you the exact formula and approach to healing your gut and intestinal flora. Basically, you will learn how to read yourself, become your own little doctor, and use food as your medicine to cure your problems, instead of popping pills just to make them go away. So, bottom line, in order to drive physical energy and health in your life, you must 1. Embrace and actively make changes to see growth in every area of your life. 2. Take control of the negative influencers and stresses that affect you behind the scenes. 3. Fully understand the dynamics of how your body works and perfect your body mechanics every day. And 4. Learn how to eat for energy, identify the signs your body gives you, and heal yourself with food. Now, this is easier said than done, believe me. And in the course, you will find a ton of additional content relating to physical health and energy as well. But all in all, these are the key elements that really matter for you and your body to thrive. So, if you're still watching this video, this tells me 4 things. 1. you wanted to know what the main energy driving elements were. 2. You are now interested in the course content. 3. Everything I have just told you until now really resonated with you and unfortunately reminded you of yourself and your current situation right now. Bummer, I know, right? And 4. You are a little unsure about making a decision right now. But if this is the case, then let me put your mind at ease completely, because I would not want you to join something that does not benefit you in any way. In fact, I have made this course as much of a risk-free investment for you as possible, because not only can you pick out a monthly payment plan if you're a bit tight on cash, which is perfectly understandable, but if after 4 months you are still not satisfied with the results from the course, even after having implemented all the assignments and worksheets, as well as having implemented the step-by-step foolproof system that I have in store for you, then I will refund you every single penny straight away. No questions asked. All I ask in return is that you take the time to go through the entire course, show me that you put in the work with the worksheets and assignments provided, and I will refund you every single penny. In fact, to be perfectly honest and as blunt as I can be, this is actually what you will be saving if you decide to join the Energy Health Machine. First of all, you will end up saving thousands of dollars and countless numbers of hours lost in medical appointments spent with doctors which simply have no idea how to help you, except to give you more and more medication which you don't actually need. Additionally, you will be able to help your family and loved ones as well, while also saving them the time and money. 2. You will end up saving additional thousands of dollars spent on useless supplements and pills that don't benefit you in any way. And finally, something that is not really quantifiable or measurable in terms of value, you will feel better than you have ever felt before in your entire life. And even if you think you already feel good right now, trust me, you have not even began to scratch the surface of your real, true physical energy potential. So, all in all, in the first 2 points I just mentioned, you have already saved at least $2,000 that you can now spend somewhere else. And that is not counting the amount of money and time that your family and loved ones will save as well. What's more is that you won't even have to worry about your health or your family's health anymore when you go to the hospital for a checkup. So, guess who will be smiling as you take a look at your clean blood results? You will. And knowing that you and the people around you are energetic, healthy, and safe is not something you can put a price tag on. So technically, I should be charging top dollar for this course, but I'm not going to do that. That's not the point here. And even though I do want a fair price for this course and the time I spent developing it, I'm not even going to charge you half of the $2,000 you will have already saved up. Instead, as this is the first time I am launching this course online, after coaching many people one-on-one, just for this first launch period, I am offering you the entire course and system for 30% of the price. That is a stone cold 70% discount that you can benefit from right now. So the total all-inclusive enrollment in the Energy Health Machine is just $59.7 instead of $199. That's about $1.99 per day for 1 month. That's it. And remember, even with the discounted price, this is still a risk-free investment for you, since you still benefit from 120 days money-back guarantee. So, if you are riddled with pain, you don't understand, if you have trouble sleeping, getting proper rest, or you simply don't have the physical energy to do anything anymore, then signing up to this course should not even be a question for you. It should be a confirmation that this is what you need right now. So if you're still watching this video, click the button right now and enroll today in the Energy Health Machine. I mean, just imagine how much better you could improve your life. In fact, imagine yourself in 1 year's time, completely rid of all the small aches and pains in your body, not even ever have to call in sick for the simple reason that you know how to take care of yourself now. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, waking up every morning, literally 5 minutes before your alarm, feeling refreshed, rested, and awakened while having completely stopped taking any kind of acid-suppressing tablets or other drugs, being completely free of acid reflux, free of heartburns, and free of all the digestive pain you previously had. And finally, imagine yourself 1 year from now feeling stronger, more powerful, and more vibrant than you ever were. So if you're interested, click the button below right now and enroll today in the Energy Health Machine. I mean, just imagine what you can do within a year. Imagine how much better you could feel 1 year from now. So don't hesitate any longer and sign up today. However, if you think your life is already perfect as it is and you have nothing to improve, then you probably don't need the Energy Health Machine. And I'm happy for you. That's good to hear. But if it is not, and if you really resonated with the message in this video, then this is a much bigger deal for you, because saying no to an opportunity like this might just leave you worse off than you already are right now. How many more opportunities like this will come your way? How many more times will someone offer you to take you by the hand and teach you step by step how to reach 100% physical energy and health from scratch? Probably not many. And there's only a certain amount of time left before you get stuck in your situation. Do you really want to risk that? Do you really want to risk wasting more time, money, and energy going down your current path? Take it from me. If I hadn't gotten started when I did, I likely would have never gotten started at all. And my entire life would have changed for the worse. All because I did not get started. And if I had said to myself, let's do it tomorrow, I would have missed out on everything that I have built until now. And truthfully, I would probably be in a hospital right now, waiting for the doctor to tell me how bad it is. So, if there's one thing you should not do, is to be your very own enemy here. Especially not when the opportunity is placed right in front of you without a single bit of risk. So, really, take 60 seconds right now and enroll in the Energy Health Machine. You can get started 100% risk-free for just $59.7 for 1 month, or $14.9 per month for 4 months. So again, click the button below and I will see you on the other side. Oh, and before I forget, as promised, you should see shortly a video link to the conundrums which are killing you today and what to do to survive, as well as another perk I threw your way. So make sure you don't miss it. See you soon.